So here's Atrix, the world's most powerful smartphone. 2x1 GHz processor on board, up to 48 gig of storable memory for the customer. So 32 expandable, 16 on board. We have a 1930 milliamp hour battery on the device. We have a front imaging camera, so you can do video chat, and you don't need to rely on Wi-Fi to do video chat. You can do it over 3G as well. On the back we have a rear 5 megapixel camera, which does 720p video capture. It also supports transition zooming, so you can actually zoom in smoothly and zoom out, as opposed to most cameras these days, which is 2, 4, 8 times zoom, and you get that jump.
And it's optical zoom? Or
it's optical zoom. Sorry, no, it's digital zoom. Digital zoom, sorry, apology. We have a fingerprint reader on the device, so I can actually unlock the device just by swiping my fingerprint. As you see there, it comes to life. This is the Blur UI interface. We have a 4-inch edge-to-edge display, so we're maximising the amount of display as much as possible. So this is the Blur UI which you put on the device, which kind of makes the ecosystem and environment a lot easier to use. So for example, I can do status updates, and I have, you know, my Twitter, my Facebook, my LinkedIn set up on this at the moment. On most Android devices, you'll need to download a third-party application from the Android store. And then, you know, go in and set up your Facebook account, Twitter account. This one, with one click, I can automatically just, you know, do a status update. Same thing with my messages. I can scroll through my messages, see where they've come from. I can even see, for example, Joy sent me a demo one back. That's a picture of a Facebook. I can click on Joy, and then I can call her on one click, you know, respond to her, email her back very easily.
Are the messages consolidated per user?
Messages can be consolidated per user, or they can be
SMSs and Facebook and Twitter.
Correct. So I can do it a couple ways. I can go to my contacts list, and if I type up, if I go to Joy, got it under Tan Joy.
Yep.
So I can click on Joy, for example, and I can see all her contact details. So I've got what her latest Facebook status was. You know, her mobile number, all her different email addresses. I got her in my corporate email. You know, even her date of birth, 26th of January. So this pulls all this information from the different social networks.
Same birthday as I am.
Sorry?
Same birthday as I am.
Oh really? You're Australia Day as well. There you go, small world. So I can actually then scroll across. So while I'm in this view, I can go to the left, and I can actually see a consolidated view of everything that all the email correspondence and messages that I've had with her. And then I can go to the opposite side, and I can see all the social networking communications that were there. So I've purposely set that up so I can keep contact with what she's doing. Or I can do it another way from my messaging client. I can have, if I'm a traditionalist, I can have individual, or I can have my unified inbox. Right, and that pulls everything together, so I can see my corporate email, that's my Yahoo, one from Facebook, corporate, POP3, or I can go individually. Say for example, go into my Motorola email, I can go into my Yahoo email, and there's a great level of email security around this, way above anything that other Android devices offer at the moment. My social networking, I can actually go through and see all my different social networking, or I can actually search by individual ones. So I can just bring up my Facebook ones if I want, or I can bring up my Twitter ones, or I can bring up, you know, LinkedIn, or I can group them all together again. I can go to another view, what we call the social networking widget, and then I can just scroll across. If I see something that, you know, Joy's done a post, for example, Ernest Lee's, you know, loving his new toy, with one click I can just go like, or I can add a comment and write a comment back that way. So it would give you multiple paths to respond. Now, if I wanted to do this on a standard Android handset, I would have to open up the Facebook application, scroll through, and I can see all this information at any time without actually, you know, going into a different environment.
So I think one of the major releases that in the launch today that we talked about was introducing it as a multi-screen device as well. And this actually is quite powerful in terms of moving that doing what you want to do in terms of the work and going to entertainment and taking it on the go, it becomes very, very similar.
Correct.
And what's my Motorola's strategy in it?
Okay, so our strategy is to say that this is now going to become the key to your digital life. So you have all these surrounding environments. So for example, I'm here in my mobile office, or I can have my other mobile office, which is my laptop, which is an accessory which will supplement the ecosystem of Atrix. Or I can have, for example, my home TV setup, such as over there, where I can take my laptop and my phone and plug it into the super dock. So I'm going to plug it in here now, and I'll show you on this one.
You have to unlock it first before you plug in?
You can, I'm just doing it because it's easier, or you can unlock it through the screen.
Okay.
So I drop it into the dock, I turn it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up will come the screen.
Right.
Okay. And basically this is staying in the exact same mode that I was in when I last used it in this particular environment. So here you can see this is my phone. So I can emulate what's happening on my phone. I can take that to a full screen environment. I can rotate it.
Right.
And now I just have a giant phone. But this wasn't enough for Motorola. We weren't happy with this. So what we've done is taken it one step further. And we've added a HTML browsing environment. So I can go to any website, for example. I'm going to go to YouTube.
Is it like a web OS environment for this?
This is a Firefox web interface.
Right. Okay.
Firefox browser. And then you can download your plugins and all the rest of it to.
Is it able to download files and whatever is stored directly into your environment here?
You can download files and view. You can download files and view files and what have you onto the device. Yeah.
So the file system is actually merged with the web environment and the phone environment.
Correct. So I've actually got a whole file manager that I can access, and I can see all the different things. So I've got my phone memory, phone images, memory card, and then I can go into, for example, I can click into my music, and then all the musics are here. And I can start playing some particular music.
Right. Okay. I mean, one of the power of this is actually the leverage on the cloud. So that's why there's a web environment that you built onto the phone as well.
Correct.
All right. This actually sits on the phone and not on the laptop, right?
Correct. So we've enabled. I'm going to log back in here. We've preloaded a Citrix enabling client onto the device. So if you're a Fortune 500 company, and a lot of other companies have a Citrix account, we're basically allowing this to be extended into a virtualization or a virtualized desktop.
So this can actually be implemented on a mid-sized enterprise to large enterprise.
Correct.
Or get a telco to actually build these services on.
Correct.
Right.
So I'm just going to log in here.
Would you see it as a future service that telcos will be providing?
A lot of telcos with enterprise business groups and things like that already offer Citrix-based services. So this is just a natural extension. So all we're creating is an environment where we make the enablement a lot easier.
Right.
Whereas people who want to load this on a Citrix onto a computer, you'd have to get the file, download the RSP file on top, and then set up all the certificates. This is just basically a plug-and-play type solution. Type in username, password, and away you go.
Right, on an enterprise, they're probably providing in a large-scale kind of deployment and enablement. But what about consumers? Say, would it be possible that consumers in the future doesn't want to buy a full-fledged laptop? I can actually get something like that and get a service from telco to actually install Linux or Windows and have that all over the cloud.
Yep, well, that's entirely up to the consumer what they want to do.
Will you see a lot more telco services providing that kind of consumer?
I can't comment on what telcos are going to be offering and what they want to do. But I mean, all we're providing is an enablement opportunity for them to do services as such.
Okay. Is there any options that Motorola is working with Google for Google Web OS or Google OS, Chrome OS?
I mean, at the moment we've gone with Firefox. It is the second most biggest populous browser. Chrome OS wasn't available when this concept was begun. Who knows what the future holds?
Right. Okay. Understand.
If I had a crystal ball, I'd be a rich man right now.
Yep. But it's a perfect platform for it though at this point in time. And this is right now going through 3G.
This is currently going through the Wi-Fi network here.
So Citrix on the phone, connecting direct to Wi-Fi to a Citrix server. And that will load your desktop environment.
My Windows desktop environment, my virtualized Windows desktop environment.
Would it work with other virtualization systems if they have an Android plugin?
Would it work with another Android plugin?
So for example, VMware.
Yep.
Or what's that? The other one that's open source one. Slipped my mind. But say you have another virtualized desktop software, would you be able to use it?
At the moment, we've only enabled it for Citrix. You know, we were always looking at other opportunities and options that are available to us. But right now, we're working with Citrix. Let's give it a second.
How thick is the laptop?
It's 12 or 13 millimeters. I can't remember now off the top of my head.
And it's 14 inch.
11 inch.
11 inch.
11.9.
It's an inbuilt battery and it charges both the phone and
correct.
laptop.
So the phone, while the phone's connected, it's charging. There's a battery here in the bottom. It's a 3,500 watt-hour battery. Okay, there's your Windows environment now.
Yep.
And you can go through, open up, PowerPoint.
And of course the licenses for all this will be dependent on what you're accessing, the corporate having a license for Citrix.
Correct. Just running a bit slow because the network connection here.
Yep.
In our office it's really quick. You can't notice the difference.
So it works exactly, I mean, after a while it just works like a desktop. It just
exactly.
feels like a desktop, a laptop.
And the great thing is I can take it from this environment and then go into the office and drop it onto this environment. And it just carries over what I was doing.
Oh.
So I don't lose anything. So I can just, I'm on the bus typing away. on the train, I can say then, right, well, I'm finished now, I'm getting into the office, and I'll drop it in, and I can keep going. I don't have to power off or lose anything or save.
And this will be the seamless screen technology.
This is the seamless screen technology. And I mean, I can also transition from emails to normal email and what have you. So I can actually have emails running on the phone. Just wait for this to open up. It's almost there. And then I can transition from email on the phone to, I can have corporate exchange running on this, and then have the email on my phone. Or I can use both.
You can sync both the exchange.
Both go in parallel.
Oh, okay.
So it's a seamless experience between both environments.
Right. Does it sync over the wire, over wirelessly?
Over wireless.
Okay. Right.
It's all done over the air, so you're totally reliant on your network connectivity.
So the thing is that in order for that seamless screen to work, you actually have to get the dock.
You need either the Super Dock or the Motorola Lap Dock.
Right. What is it called, Super Dock?
Super Dock because it's a powered 3 powered USBs,
right.
HDMI cable plus speaker.
Right.
Plus speaker output.
Right.
Whereas opposed to most desktops are just a charging suite.
It doesn't have a battery, this one.
There's no battery in this one, no. So there's a cable that runs into the mains power supply, and that charges the phone and powers the USBs as well. Right. So you have 3 powered USB ports at 500 milliamp power.
And you can pair it with any Bluetooth devices on the same.
Correct. So, for example, for this demonstration here, we're just using a USB, little USB setup, but the phone does support HID profile. So you can use any normal human interface device which is designed for Bluetooth.
Would the profile for the HID device, like the keyboard and the mouse, be tight when you actually move from, say, an entertainment side to your work environment?
Yes.
Will it be able to pair it at the same time as well?
Yes.
Is it because of the phone, or it's the dock itself?
What's in the phone?
It's in the phone.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's in the phone. So this is the Windows environment now. I can go in, change.
And you can do a presentation there. Right?
Do presentation, or I can go and open a Word document, Excel, modify Excel. Sky's the limit as to what you can do.
Right. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Impressive.
Being more impressive. Yeah. It's fast enough.
Yeah.